Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with my guy Fred M from Media Takeout. That M is for Media Takeout. And I want to talk to you about, in Yee T, what's going on with this Diddy trial. It looks like this is the final day of testimony.
That's right. Yeah, so it looks like the prosecution is wrapping up and putting their final group of witnesses on the stand. And then they're going to be done with their side of the case.
What about defense? So they're not going to call up anybody.
Yeah, so typically defense would call up their rebuttal witnesses, but Diddy and his legal team have decided that they don't want to call up any
Is that a good sign?
It's an interesting sign. I think it's a risky legal maneuver, but it helps you. If you think that the prosecution did not prove their case, then you want to get the cases quickly to the jury, and you don't want to mess anything up.
All right. Well, after prosecutors rest, according to reports, lawyers are going to argue for acquittal.
Yes.
And you said that's a typical thing, too.
Yeah. So after the prosecution is done with their case, typically the defense makes a motion, and the motion essentially says that the prosecution didn't make their case, and they're asking the judge to throw it out at that point. That's done in almost every trial. And as in almost every trial, it's rejected by the judge, as we expect it to be here.
All right. Well, we're going to see what happens. You know, jurors were shown more freak-off footage. They've also said they've reviewed hours of these videos. And I guess, you know, people are also talking about this, that perhaps there's going to be some type of presidential pardon.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing, right? Like there was always this. I mean, Diddy was offered a very, very aggressive plea bargain, one that I think most legal experts think that Diddy should have taken. He chose not to and go to trial. I think people were kind of puzzled by that choice. And now you have the second choice that Diddy is not putting on a defense case, seeming to kind of rush this thing to a close.
Right.
And I think that's got a lot of people wondering, hey, Diddy, why is Diddy trying to get this case out?
He wants to be home for 4th of July.
Yeah, I think that's what the look is, you know, get it done and then get the Trump pardon and be home by the 4th.
All right. Well, there's these text messages that have made the rounds where it shows Diddy complaining to an escort agency that the escort couldn't perform. But the agency says, our agency provides time and companionship. You're paying for the gentleman's time. So they were confused about that. Yeah. And he said he's lucky he got that, but all good.
Yeah, that's kind of like, you know, calling the police on a drug dealer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
You're
hey,
not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, we're not gonna like give you your money back on that thing. Or I mean, the other thing too is, why are you? If you had a problem with the guy, why not get your money back from the guy? Why are you calling the agency?
But maybe the guy has to answer to the agency, or maybe he pays the agency, and that's where the money goes. But you know.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's very bizarre. Like this whole thing, he's got an agency going on.
I mean, this is awful.
Yeah, I know.
It's embarrassing. Well, Cameron also posted, because his name is Mr. Cameron on social media. Diddy wanted to sign It Is What It Is before we had a deal, so I had a meeting at his crib to see about the deal. Once the meeting was over, he said the party about to start. We got up and aggressively walked out. Bub said, let one of these M-words walk our way. Killer, the pistol coming out this bag. No.
Well, you know, the thing is, Diddy's had
about
this...
to start.
The reputation,
yeah.
The Diddy party.
There was a lot of jokes about it prior to all of this. All right, well, that is your Yee T. When we come back, Under the Radar time, we'll be talking about stories that are flying under the radar, but you definitely need to know about them. We got to talk about Donald Trump and this ceasefire that ceased to be a ceasefire. We'll talk about it. It's way up.